What the hell?
What the hell? Is that your little beanie? What is that?
That's her aluminum hat, bro.
No, a tinfoil hat.
Oh shit.
Conspiracy.
Oh, I love it. Okay.
I said,
Yo,
now we can talk.
guys, we need something like that, bro.
I know. That is like, what the?
Oh my God. That threw me off completely.
I think that's like officially one of the themes of this podcast.
But is it conspiracy though?
I mean, you got a tinfoil hat on, probably. Like,
No, that's what the government wants you to think, that you're crazy, that you're a conspiracy theorist. But that's not true. So did you guys see what I posted to the group about the timeline that I realized was interesting though, real quick, about Gaza and like the
Where?
fuel? So
What
back
group?
back in 2000, this British group with this Palestinian partner, they realized that there was like 1 trillion cubic feet of gas in Gaza, like off the shore, right? And for decades, they were like blocked by the Israeli government with accessing it. But in 2000 and which year do you think they finally had preliminary approval? Which year do you think Israel gave a preliminary approval to them for?
23.
Bing, 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 ding, ding, ding. I was about to say bingo and ding, ding, ding. Yes, bingo. So 2023 is when Israel gave them the preliminary okay for that. So
what does that mean?
October 7, 2023, that whole thing, false flag event. I mean, to access that gas.
When into okay, so
It doesn't say what month. I would have to research and see what month they gave that okay, but like
I guess they
but
got
in
the okay.
2023 was when they got that okay.
They got the okay, and then they were like, "Oh, this is a perfect time to like come up with a little, story on Hamas attack." That's what you're saying. So what do y'all really think?
I mean, that's interesting.
Do you think October 7th was pre-planned by Israel?
100%.
101%.
Fucking wild, bro. So
We're the masters of false flagging events.
yeah, but
Like
why
the
is
National Guard event in DC, the Afghan?
well, hold on. But before we get to that though,
We're gonna get to that.
Why is Hamas not like saying that?
Because they are compromised. The government is compromised. Hamas, the government is compromised. They are funded by Netanyahu.
Okay, hold on.
Man. Like,
So there's so many possibilities. Lana's theory could be one. Second, it could be like the Abu Shabab, who we know for a fact is compromised. They're funded fully by IDF or Israeli government. It could have been those clowns that said, okay, listen, we're going to dress up like Hamas guys. We're going to come over in these,
Paragliding,
whatever the hell we're doing, and do this. And you guys just ignore us for a little bit.
And bring your 40 fist pumping babies.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So I look, man, you gotta think about it logically, right? You have the world's strongest army in the Middle East, most well-equipped army in the Middle East, most well-funded army in the Middle East, right? They have all this tech, all this info, all this intelligence, and you're telling me for 6 hours they were nowhere to be found? Out of here, man.
They
Don't
got
give me that
stand down
bullshit.
orders. It wasn't they weren't. Yeah, they got orders to stand down.
Yeah. Like there's legit IDF soldiers that are coming out and saying, listen, we were told to disappear for 5 hours.
what? Who?
IDF soldiers, they gave testimony. They were all over, they were in the Knesset giving their testimony, saying that we were told to step away and stand down for 4 or 5 hours. And they started at like, I think it was 5:20 in the morning or something like that. It was crazy.
So they were raving at 5 a.m.
They were probably raving all night.
The rave actually also was moved. Like the date was moved. Like it was like supposed to be on some other day, but then last minute they moved the date.
That's just like
Fact check me.
I guess my main I mean, if this is true to the extent that you guys are portraying it to be, right? Because I don't know. I guess I guess I'm like the conspiracy like buffer in this podcast, because y'all don't go gung ho like tinfoil the shit out of this. I'm like, wait.
And
like,
you're the Texan and you're the Floridian.
I'm just trying to use common sense, right? Like, I mean, it makes sense and it sounds good, right? But it is like nowhere to be found in mainstream media at all. If it's as true as how we are portraying it to be, you would think there would be some sort of like guys, wait, time out, time out, time out.
Owns mainstream.
All was concocted. You know what I mean? Like it's
Who
just
owns mainstream media? Every single owner of every single news network is
mainstream,
Zionist.
like non-mainstream either. I've never really like this
What's
is
non-stream,
I don't know. I mean, I guess who is
non-main? I mean, what's non-main?
other than us three, who with some level of authority is claiming this to be true? That has credibility.
The actual IDF soldiers that are saying we got orders to stand down. I mean, that's pretty credible. Why would they go against their crazy maniacal government? They know that's a death wish, and they're doing it because they have morality. There's a whole ass book. Do I have it? Oh, it's upstairs. The Harsh Logic, and it's literally a tell-all book.
So listen, I just Googled it, and you know how there's that option for like where AI gives you a response. And here's the breakdown of the information surrounding the claims that IDF soldiers were given a stand down order. Number one, soldier testimonies and orders. Several IDF soldiers have testified or stated in interviews and at a Knesset hearing that they received unusual orders on the morning of October 7th to cancel patrols along the Gaza border, or hold their positions in rear staging areas, right? Delayed response. It took IDF troops several hours to arrive at the attacked kibbutzim and border posts. And then it says here, investigations have confirmed massive intelligence failures leading up to the attack. The IDF and the Shin Bet detected unusual Hamas activity the night before, but did not raise the alert level. You know what I mean? Like there's just
Egypt had
so
warned
much.
too, right? Supposedly, like Egypt had given them a warning, like, hey, there's attack that's about to happen, and they're like, yeah, like we know, we're part of it.
Zero evidence that October 7th was pre-planned by Israel, but it is true and documented that Netanyahu empowered Hamas politically. So he openly pursued a strategy of strengthening Hamas to weaken the Palestinian Authority, just like dirty politics, right? His advisors have also said that publicly.
Yeah, to break down the PLO.
Yeah, Israeli analysts have also written about it for a decade, but that does not necessarily prove that Hamas leadership is like bought by Israel. That's what that says. And then it says, okay, why Hamas would never say that Israel let it happen? Even if Hamas believed Israel ignored warnings on purpose, they would never publicly make that claim because it undermines the narrative of military victory. It suggests they were manipulated. It makes them appear weak, infiltrated, or used. It destroys their political legitimacy in the eyes of their supporters. You know what? This actually kind of makes some sense now. Because during this whole war, I was always like a little like just puzzled by the fact that like Hamas leadership was not very like forceful, right, in their opposition to Netanyahu. At least like based on everything that I was reading.
Where is Mahmoud Abbas?
Where
like right now?
What, like what? I haven't heard his voice. I haven't seen his face. I don't know what he looks like anymore. Like, I don't know. Like, where is he? What does he do for a living?
Well, apparently he's a chairman of the PLO.
He's supposed to be like the prime minister of Palestine, dude. Like, he's supposed to be like the president of Palestine. Well, where is he?
Well, why is it that he can't do much?
It's his life or his livelihood, one or the other.
Yeah, probably.
Not probably, 100%. Either it's your life or your livelihood.
Man, that's dirty, dude. God damn.
I know. Thank God we're not in that.
In politics, like, I mean, think about it. Think about it. Think about the level of manipulation. The entire world thinks, Hamas is horrible, poor Israel. And now the tides are turning, right? Where people are starting to see like the evil of the Israeli empire. But wait, no, actually, if you go back far enough, Israel started the whole thing. Like the level of manipulation, societal manipulation, this whole thing has been is like mind-boggling. Like, man.
It's actually kind of neat to have a discussion with you, Shaz, because you were always kind of in the background, like just listening to the mainstream media voice. And so like you didn't know, like Zayed knows more than I do. Like he's been well informed from a long time. Like I honestly
didn't
wake
know.
up to this within the
Oh,
past decade, honestly. Like
yeah, I'm the
parents
infant.
have always been hush hush about politics. They don't talk politics.
I'm in my infancy when I started to learn about this stuff. I mean, 2023, really, after October 7th, I recorded my first podcast that I never even launched, like in November, like just researching everything. Like, why did this happen? Like, wait, hold on, time out. Like, there's got to be, what's the history? People don't just kill each other for no reason. And so I started to learn more about like the whole British Mandate and like all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the darkness of this whole thing is just now starting to. But part of me, like, I'm pragmatic and logical, so that's why I keep time outing you guys. I'm like, wait, hold on, like,
Which
let
I
me
like. I like
let me
though.
process this. Like, this is too much. Like, I mean,
I like that. But like so like these people are like the kings of false flagging, right? So like we've spoken about with like 9/11, and like I said with this guy, this Afghan who shot those two National Guardsmen. He was like former CIA, right? Like he worked alongside the American military and the CIA in Afghanistan or Kandahar, Afghanistan.
Hmm.
So like I remember seeing this thing where they were like, "Oh my God, that's what happens when you allow all these unvetted Afghans come into America." Blah blah blah. He was the most vetted out of all of them. This guy had a security clearance, like vetted. He
hmm.
wasn't one of those Afghans that just like snuck in 4 years ago.
So he came in September 21 under Operation Allies Welcome, the program set up to evacuate and resettle Afghans who had worked with U.S. forces after the withdrawal of Afghanistan. Wow.
Yeah. But they were like, "Oh, he was one of the ones that just like snuck in and blah blah blah." So I don't know. Why do you think that they would use this whole false flag event? What do you think they're going to do with this now? Make it more strict
Yeah.
to foreigners in?
I mean, he did kill them, right?
One died, one's in
One
critical
died. Yeah.
condition. Did you see the whole? I saw this one. Fine, I'll admit that I saw this on TikTok, but they were looking up like the names of the victims, the National Guardsmen, Sarah and Andrew, and then they looked up this guy, the 29-year-old Rahman Allah. I swear. And in Israel, they looked those names up. They looked up Sarah's name and Andrew's name like a couple days, I think, before the event. And then in Washington, D.C., his name was looked up like 29 times or something, like the day before the event or something. I don't know. It's crazy, but like,
So you're alluding to the social media post put up by our mutual friend Mo Hamza.
yeah, but I saw that from a different person on
Okay.
TikTok before him.
Okay. So just Shez, just to bring you up to speed, I think I think it was a few days before, maybe a week before the incident took place in DC.
Mhm.
Both of the victims, their names were searched up on Google, right? From search engines in Israel, right? And I think it was a high number. It was definitely more than 50, definitely more than 70. I don't know if it was like 100 or not, but it was a lot. Where they and then if you go back further, there was like no searching of their names, and all of a sudden there was a spike,
Yeah.
right? So that happened for both of the victims of the shooting. And like Lana said earlier, same thing happened to the name of the shooter, where they no one searched his name, and all of a sudden there was a spike in his search
Before the
um,
event.
before the event,
But from
before not
DC.
after, before. We're talking about like days before.
That's a huge, I mean, is that fact?
This is a fact,
Yeah. They,
right?
the,
Yeah, whoever it was, they put up screenshots,
yeah.
right? Of the findings, like when they search or whatever, and they can say where did it come from, where did the search initiate from, and whatnot. Again, I don't know how to validate that. Some techie person probably does, but I imagine that that is a screenshot of an actual fact and not something that was fabricated. But that's definitely interesting. Now,
I'm
why did this happen? What did this happen? Well, every time there's a false flag, it's usually followed up by something that benefits a foreign government.
what's the benefit of the foreign government in this situation?
I don't know, because what happened immediately after? Immediately after, Donald Trump said, what? We have to re-vet every person, or we have to look at all these applications all over again coming from Afghanistan. I don't know what that means. Now, I
Well,
don't
I
know
mean,
how.
that's a logical response to something like this. It's stupid because like logically, like if you assume that, oh my God, this guy came in and he was missed, right? we let this guy in when we weren't supposed to, so stop everything, let's revet everyone. But wait, no. This guy didn't come in because he was missed. We brought him in as a measure to thank him for his work with our military. So he was actually the most vetted, right? This was
Right.
not he sneaked in situation. This was we were gonna thank him for his efforts. He came and then probably got disillusioned and angry with our government. This is like a very deep kind of traumatic response, I would say, right? To probably the things that he has seen. So the response that Trump made was it makes sense if you take it superficially that this guy was just like he sneaked into the country. But that's not what happened. So that doesn't really help any foreign government, right? That like I mean that's just stupid, dude. It's like you know, the whole immigration thing. Like, oh my God, another foreigner. Okay,
Then how many other, okay, so then if that's the case, how many more former CIA backed fighters from Afghanistan are here right now?
yeah,
Are D
yeah.
treatment? Are they getting support, mental health support?
Absolutely not. Absolutely. I mean, this was mental collapse, right? Like
You
this was,
think that this was purely mental collapse? This wasn't false flag?
I mean, I don't, these things are ever one thing, but certainly there's got to be a mental collapse situation. If it's true that he came in, which, you know, it is, he came in under Operation Allies, it says, right? So he flipped. Somehow he flipped. He didn't trust the government and the people anymore. When you say a false flag, you're talking about like deliberately like planted,
Yeah,
right? For secondary gain.
right.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Are they going to tighten? I don't know. Like, they have ICE, running around like freaking roaches everywhere now. Is this an excuse to ante up on this? I don't know.
I don't think that this seems too elaborate just to use that as an excuse because right now they don't need an excuse, right? They didn't need to do this in order to pinch down on immigration. That's been happening.
But it helps so that people stop freaking out about it. You know what I mean? They'll be like, oh, well, that's warranted because look what happened.
I think it's kind of elaborative just to have something that helps as an adjunct to this horrible immigration policy. It's probably something deeper to it that we should look into.
Yeah, it's just weird. Like, why are they so afraid of like the whole immigration?
Yeah, I mean that's like I mean it's a xenophobic government. That's it.
So that's what it is. They don't want more brown and black people in.
I think so. Leadership starts from the top, and Trump is xenophobic. There's no two ways about it. He doesn't accept it. I don't even think he like really is consciously aware of it. Like he just doesn't like people that don't look like him. You know, I think we established that last time, right?
That sounds like Israelism, like what they did with the Ethiopians, how they sterilized them because they
Yeah.
don't want more black Jews there. So you think that might be what America is trying to do now? They don't want more brown people coming in?
Of course, of course.
Okay, but so Europeans, how does that work with them and immigration? Are they allowed to come here easily? Like, I don't know. Are they being targeted by ICE?
No, no. So if you look at the victims, I mean the ones that at least I see on all the news networks, they're all brown. They're all brown. They're all people that look like me, my cousins,
Victims of what?
ICE.
Yeah, yeah, of course, 100%.
Yeah. So for example, like all the Russians or all the Europeans that are here illegally, they don't get a second look. No one knows them. They just keep living their life and stuff like that. But every brown person is the one who's getting picked up and taken away.
Yeah, I think I don't know the term to describe this, but it's like the most like horrible, vicious cycle that I think the US started because of its imperialism, right? Like think about this whole Afghan thing. Like we invaded Afghanistan for really no good reason
And Iraq.
in Iraq for no good reason other than imperialistic goals, right? Money, oil, whatever, to have more greed, American greed. And then we leave a vacuum in these countries where all of these bad actors, right, evil people, can come and do evil stuff.
Right.
Then we negotiate with these people, right, to figure out a way to work together with them. We go to war, we destroy things. Then we bring those people into our country. We say, oh, we're so sorry. You know what? Like, yeah, we messed up. Here, come into our country. We got you. Then they come into our country and they see that we don't got them. Nothing's changed. And then they kill people in our country because, like, they're pissed off. And then what do we do? Our response is, oh, brown person did it. No more brown people. But wait, you started it. If you go back far enough, you started it.
Right.
It's like I think if we're gonna try to talk about a solution to all of this mess, maybe like let's just kind of like mind our own business and not invade countries because of our greed, right? Let's be grateful for what we have and make do with what we have because America has enough.
Right. So
How do
then
we
what do you
stop this greed? I think is the issue.
so then what do you think about like with Mamdani winning, right? Like initially Trump was all like, I will defund New York if he wins, and you know what I mean? Like he's awful and jihadist and this, that, and the other. And then like 2 weeks later, they're like shaking hands in the Oval Office and like smiling or whatever. I was like, wait, did we just get got? Like what's happening? I don't know. Do you think he'll flip, Donnie?
No, I don't think Mamdani will.
It's just a question.
Yeah, I don't think Mamdani will. I mean, you never know. I mean, maybe, politicians. I mean,
Exactly
but
why that reaction.
yeah. What do you think, Zahid? Before I tell you what I think, what do you think? Because I love this reaction.
I know. He was like,
Look,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie to you. Look, I'll be honest with you. I am definitely one that has drank the Mamdani Kool-Aid myself, right? However,
Oh yeah.
however, after his meeting and interview with Trump
No,
in the Oval Office,
no, don't
I'm
say it.
thinking,
No, come on, bro.
team,
Come
look, look,
on.
team Tinto.
I'm just saying, could he be a plant? Could
Okay.
he be a plant?
Okay.
Listen.
Time out.
Hold on. I want to be
So much,
transparent.
it's
Wait,
hard to trust.
wait. I want to be absolutely transparent with you guys, right? I have put my name, I have put an application in to be part of the Mamdani administration. I'm not even playing.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I
I've
drank.
I've done it. Okay. I've
Um,
done it 110%. And I'm hoping to get a call. I'm hoping to get some sort of, possibility. Like I said, I firmly believe that if anyone has the potential right now to maybe change the needle in a more positive direction, I think he's the man to do it. However, man, this is me being me being a skeptic. Could he be a plant?
Absolutely.
What made Trump change so
I'll
much,
tell
so
you.
drastically?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you.
He ain't that charming, bro.
Bro,
is actually.
look,
He's got a way with words.
Mamdani, you need to study Mamdani's personality. Okay? This guy's like one in a century. There are certain people that just disarm you when you're around them. Their energy is disarming, right? This guy just like charm just like falls off of him, right? He's an extremely charming guy.
Like
He's
Obama was.
he's well spoken and look, Trump is very I think it's easy to influence him. It really is. If you press the right buttons, it's easy to influence Trump. So Mamdani is very good at that. Okay. So these charming people also are very good at kind of this, manipulation, and he's very good at that. The other thing is there's a political benefit to Trump doing that. Dude, this guy just took New York City by storm. You don't have to be
And no one knew who he was a year ago.
you don't have to be a genius to see that. Wait, hold on. A brown Muslim guy
Yeah.
became the mayor of a city that is full of rich Jews?
The biggest city. Right. Yeah.
Just that. Trump is like, whoa. I bet you Mamdani went to the White House and said, look, Trump, behind closed doors, Mr. Trump, I'm here to stay. I'm not going anywhere. But let's forget all of that. I'm going to help you win your next election.
Oh.
Because look at my demographic, right? Look at my voter block. These are the people that will vote for you if you just support me. That's it, bro. That's all you got to tell Trump, right? Of course, Trump is not going to run again, but you get my point. Like JD Vance, well, Trump may run again. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, I was gonna say
But-
he probably.
But that's it. That's all you got to do. And as soon as Trump hears that, man, I like this guy. All right, let's play this game. Yeah, I like him. That's it. Look at the photos. Trump is like cheesing, and
Man.
Mamdani's like he knows. He knows. I think he's just really fucking good. He's a study in human behavior.
No, I can see that. I just don't know if Trump is that gullible of a human being to fall to someone's charms, or to the charms of someone who's young and inexperienced in the political climate like
Yes, it's
Mamdani.
not just that though. That inexperience got him the mayorship, right? Like even Trump can see that.
But
Right?
yeah,
Why
I mean
would he
that's
take a
impressive.
meeting? Look, Trump. Who called him? Trump called Mamdani, or Mamdani called Trump? Mamdani
I don't
called
know.
Trump.
Oh really?
Mamdani called Trump. Yeah, like hey, will you take a meeting at the White House?
Oh wow.
He said no, but he didn't because he knows, dude. New York City, and not just like by 1 point, 2 point. Andrew
Man,
Cuomo, billionaires. Trump doesn't like losing. Trump put his money behind Cuomo and his power, and Mamdani was like, "F you, man, I got social media, right? That's it. You call that guy, Trump is gonna be like, okay, I should probably meet this fucker. Who is this guy, right? Why did Mamdani call Trump? Because he's a president, dude. Like, this is where you're thinking, like, is this a collusion? But this is politics. This is straight up politics, right? I need President Trump's help. Whether I like him or not, forget who he is as a person, the status that he holds as president of the United States of America and the status that I hold as mayor of the most populous, whatever, right? Powerful city in the US. There's synergy there. I need his office. Let's give him a call, right? His advisors, if I'm his advisor, that's what I'm telling him. Like, dude, screw the guy, call him. We got to go see him.
I
That's
mean,
what I
yeah,
do.
there's something powerful behind that man, that's for sure. I mean, and I hope that it is all pure intended and that this is not a plant.
Yeah.
But I can see the mistrust. I mean, we've been
Yeah,
like how many
the
times in
mistrust.
life? You know what I mean? Like you don't it's hard to trust anybody these days, right?
I can see the mistrust. And I'm not saying he's not going to flip, dude. Politics is
We all voted Biden.
it's an evil influence, right?
Yeah.
Like it might get to his head. The power might get to his head. But I don't think he's a plant.
No, I mean he may not be. He may not be. He still is human and he probably has good intentions, but he has his weaknesses and he might flip. Listen, man, the only reason that I even applied to be part of his administration is because of the three things that I found to be very, very powerful. He said, number one, I'm not going to take APAC money, which he's
Mhm.
not. Number two, he's going to arrest Netanyahu if he shows up to New York.
Go.
Okay.
Please go.
And yeah, right. And then three, he was talking about humanity for all, right? Like that's the one thing. He said that I'm not gonna go to the Wailing Wall. I'm gonna stay right here. I'm gonna take care of New Yorkers. So those are the three things that I was like, all right. Now everything else beyond that applies to people living in New York and stuff. So it doesn't really apply to me, like the childcare and the free buses and all that. It's amazing, but but those are the three of his policies that I found to be very appealing. And like I said, you know what? F this, man. Like I have no business being in politics whatsoever, but I need to learn. That's why I put my name in the hat and said, listen, if you could use me, I said I have no experience in politics, but here's my application.
So what about Marjorie
Let's
Taylor Greene then? Like she's retired.
bro,
She's
she just
retired.
left.
I know. We're losing a lot of good people.
She didn't retire.
What?
She was pushed
What?
out.
Ooh.
Mar-
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
What do you mean she was pushed out? Where's she going?
she said she retired, but I mean, pretty much Trump said, I'm not going to endorse her and like bashed her. And she said it was like threatening because he's got a big following. So she was afraid for her life at one point, she said.
She could have ran as a Democrat and she would have won.
Look, check
Okay.
this out, right? This is a good example. Compare Mamdani to Marjorie Taylor Greene. They're both basically like for the same cause, right? They're both standing for the same cause. But the way Mamdani says it and the way Marjorie Taylor Greene says it, you can see why Trump leans more towards like Mamdani's type of behavior versus Marjorie Taylor Greene.
He
Now,
literally said he's a fascist right in front of him. Mamdani called him a fascist right into his face.
he didn't though.
No, he did.
Pretty much. I mean, they were like, yeah, like he called you a fascist.
Listen
And
to
then
the interaction.
it's okay, you could say it.
Yes, listen to the
He's like,
interaction. He had already buttered up Trump behind the closed doors meeting, right? Trump already likes this guy, right? Mamdani is probably like, look, President Trump, like, look, you're not really a fascist, but look, here are the things that you've done. Okay, let's just be real, He probably got Trump to a point of like some level of like understanding comfort with him. And then look what happened during the press conference. He didn't say it. The press people,
yeah.
Trump and Mamdani had probably just talked about it like at length. And Trump was just like, Trump shot himself in the foot. Trump was like, you know what, dude? We just talked about it. Just say yes. What you explained to me,
Like, yes.
but let's not explain it to the press. And Mamdani was just like, yes. Like, he walked into it, dude. I bet you Mamdani set that shit up. He set himself a layup, bro. Like, he's that good. He's that good. I'm telling you, he's that good.
I don't know. That was funny though.
During that press, the other thing that I found to be very amazing is that Mamdani was the only one in that Oval Office to basically call what's happening in Gaza a genocide,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
In the
two, to
Oval Office.
say in the Oval Office, and two, he said that
And
it's funded by U.S. tax dollars.
and did you
And
see Trump? He
he
nodded.
did he nodded. He didn't say
He
no.
nodded.
Yes.
When he said this is a
Yeah.
genocide and it's being funded by us, he was like,
Yes.
he nodded. I was like, bro.
Now think about why. Think about
Right.
the behind the closed doors discussion that Mamdani had with him, with his articulateness, right? Think about the conversation. All he needed was an hour with that guy to get him to kind of understand where he's coming from. Plus, you throw on top of that, look, Trump, you need me to win. Your party needs me to win the next election, whether it's midterms or 2028. Let's just be real. That's it. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got some power behind him, that's for sure.
Another interesting angle, real quick, is that think about it. It's like you have Mamdani on one side, you have Netanyahu on one side, right? And Trump can choose one or the other. At this point, Mamdani has more influence than Netanyahu, bro, on Trump.
Dude, plot twist. Imagine.
Big deal. That's a
But
big.
why though?
I need the Mahdi.
Why?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, fine. Here.
Yeah, no. So why is that an important plot twist, right? Is because if you think about it, Mamdani will help bring in the taxes, bring in the money. Netanyahu is just costing the money. So that's why Mamdani holds the bigger cards.
Beyond the money, though, it's PR. Like at this point, Netanyahu is bad PR for Trump and everything Trump wants to do in midterms and the next election. Mamdani is actually good PR for Trump and everything he wants to do.
Especially if the New Yorkers are happier. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? He takes his position.
And I think the most fascinating thing about Mamdani, and I'll stop fangirling over him now, is that you can stay true to your values, right? And still show the opposition why they need you. That is a hard balance to accomplish.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
That's so impressive.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie, and I hope I'm proven wrong. I hope I'm proven wrong, man. There's two fears. There's two fears that I have. Number one, that he's gonna flip, or he's proven to be a plant. That's number one. Number two, I hope it doesn't happen. I hope it doesn't happen. I don't want to be the guy that puts it out in the universe that he gets shot, gets assassinated.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
It's great.
Look at Candace Owens. Candace Owens isn't freaking hiding. Imagine. Like he's
Candace,
high on the list for assassinations, I'm sure, from the Israeli government.
Oh, big time. Big time.
bro, that's the reason why MTG resigned.
Yeah, she got scared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's on the hit list, 100%. 100%.
Oh, yeah. He's probably like number one or
He's like Secret Service level protection, I would say.
does he get it already or not until he's actually?
I mean, not as a mayor, but to be honest, like if I'm part of his administration, that's what I'm trying to negotiate with the White House. Like, look, guys, like, I mean, let's just face
Yeah,
it.
but you can't even trust those people that they hire. They're the ones who do this. That's so tough. I would hire my own people. I'd be like, I gotta hire them. And it's all gonna be family. It's like my brother, my cousins, my this. Like, that's a tough predicament. God bless him. God be with him. God protect him. And may he not flip on us.
Not flip. Because if he flips, man, he'll be a
Uh-huh.
danger. The
Then
way
he'll be
that
on
guy,
everybody's list.
the way that guy influences and just moves people's emotions, like if he flips, bad news.
It'd be such a shame too, though. And that would make Muslims look real bad.
Real bad.
Real bad.
I mean, would it make Muslims look real bad, or would it make him look real bad?
No, because it's always a Muslim thing. So this shooter, this Afghan guy, it was already an act of terrorism. But if he was white, it would have been a mentally unwell guy. If he was black, he'd have been dead. If he was Latino, he would have been like the stupid immigrant that got here. You know what I mean? Like, but
Stereotypes.
for Muslims, it's going to be, oh, terrorism. See, Muslim gone bad, that's a terrorist. And they're all bad. They're all terrorists.
All right, let's real quick switch to head out. The similarities between Sudan and Gaza.
So the UAE,
What are we thinking there? Yeah.
the UAE is problematic. I mean, they are working hand in hand with Israel. They're funding the ISAF. They're giving them the weaponry, and then they're getting all this gold. Look at their gold stores in Dubai. Have you ever been there?
Yeah.
The gold
The
everywhere.
souk, the gold market's ridiculous, bro. Like you can't imagine. You can't imagine the type of shit that they sell at these markets. You look at them and you're like, where did you guys get all this gold
It's a
from?
literal
You're in the middle of the desert.
war. Yeah. Yeah, and there's gold everywhere. Everyone's dripped out in gold and everything. It's a resource war.
Wow.
100%. It's a resource war.
Sudan
Yeah.
has a lot of gold, right?
Yeah.
And Gaza has a lot of gas,
Oil.
oil. Sudan has like waterways and like stuff, and Gaza has this like strategic value because of where it is in the Mediterranean. It's
Correct. The
interesting.
trade routes.
Yeah.
And Congo has what?
What?
The cobalt.
The
Is it
lithium.
cobalt or the titanium?
Oh, lithium for energy.
The cobalt coltan or whatever. Yeah. So that funds the whole tech market.
Cell phones and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's all tech.
Is
And
it cobalt? What
Yeah.
is it?
yeah, cobalt and coltan.
Hold on.
Okay.
The tech industry, dude.
Cobalt.
So-
Congo holds 70% of the world's cobalt reserves, which are used
There you go.
for phones, laptops, renewable energy storage. That's huge, dude.
Dude, they fund the whole damn tech industry.
Copper too.
Congo. And then Sudan has the whole gold, you know what I mean? Like the gold industry and whatnot. And they probably are testing their weaponry, artillery, and all that the way they are in Gaza. Like the RSF is probably their like sim lab.
It's crazy. The
'Cause they're-
brutal
you know
the
the
brutal style assassinations that they're doing out there is insane.
It's
The
crazy.
torturous, the way they hang them with their hands behind them by it's their shoulders get dislocated.
Who do you think they're
It's
learning from?
yeah, I mean,
Do you know, actually, can I tell you guys something real quick? I was talking to somebody the other day who just came back from the West Bank. Okay, white guy from the West Bank was there, and he got arrested by the Israeli forces. Okay, they took him to a what's it called? Like a black spot. What's it
black site, black site.
black site or whatever. Yeah, they took him to a black site, right? Like facility, by helicopter and all, like blindfolded and everything. Crazy, right? And then they beat him up a little bit and whatever. Then they stripped him naked, like grabbed him by the testicles and like made him bend over, spread his ass cheeks and all this stuff to like embarrass him. Then they
What?
gave him, yeah, I swear to God. I swear to God, I have this recorded conversation. And then they gave him an Israeli flag. And they were like, here, you can wrap yourself with this. And he was like, nah, keep the flag. I'll stay naked. So he's like in a cell. Then they turn off the lights, pitch black. And he was like, that's when I started to like panic because he didn't know what was coming to him. Then they started to like gas him. So it ended up being dry ice, but they wanted to make him think like psychological warfare, right? But they were gassing him. And then, so he was like, all this like fog started coming into the room and I started panicking, having an anxiety attack. Like, what are they doing to me? And then he said, then they started playing all these like loud sounds, like babies screaming, crying, and all this like crazy like sounds and stuff, just like they did in Guantanamo Bay, right? And then he was like, but I'll tell you, after everything I went through, and he only went through it for 28 hours, then they let him go. After everything that like he went through, he said the worst part of all of everything was I could hear the Palestinians being tortured. I could hear their screams, and that was killing me. He was like, I could hear it all. He said, I could hear the dogs. I could hear the barking. I could hear the guy screaming. He was like, the torture scream that I heard was like the worst pain of all of that.
Mm.
And so the RSF, I mean, who do you think they're learning from? All the crazy shit that they're doing is literally the shit that the Israelis are doing to the Palestinians.
Bro, there was a whole family I saw on social media. There's a whole family that was surrounded by these guys, by the RSF, in the middle of the desert, and this one guy jumps out of a Jeep. Literally, he had it looked like a Kalashnikov, bro. He unloaded a whole clip into the family.
They even showed a kid, they trained a kid, like he
Yeah.
was like maybe a teenager, if that, like with a gun, and he was like,
Oh
shoot.
yeah.
Mm.
It's crazy. They have people burying themselves alive.
God, man. It is.
Literally, they dig a hole, they get in, and then they get covered in dirt, bro.
I don't get it.
How crazy is that?
That's insane. It's insane.
How is this allowed in this century? Like
What
I'm here.
is the UN here for? What are they to do? What are they? They have a military. Like, what is the UN
I
here for?
I don't know what it takes to invoke the UN military. It takes something. I don't know what it is.
The fuck? Like everything that's happening right now is what they're there for.
Yeah.
Issues like this, like to prevent genocides.
You know how they say, like, it's just so disgusting. You know how they say, like, always follow the money? I mean, it is crazy to me. Like, here's, I think, kind of the uncomfortable truth, right? Like, we, America, we love calling ourselves the land of freedom. But a lot of that freedom is like it's like subsidized by countries that we keep unstable on purpose, right? Whether it's like the Congo or Sudan or Gaza or whatever. Like when we were talking about the resources stuff, I mean, it's crazy to me. Like these laptops that we're using right now to Zoom, our phones, our entire lifestyle is run on resources from these places that like never get to be free, right?
Yeah, China. I mean, look at the Uyghurs.
Yeah.
They're making all these phones and machinery for us.
It's like the freest
Cap
world. It depends on like someone else's freedom never arriving. Hypocrisy.
Capitalism at its best. Yeah.
It's an oligarchy coup on all of us, little folk.
And yet we would all choose to live in America over the Congo. What does that say about us?
I know. I mean, it says that we want to not get beaten and forced to go and mine under harsh conditions. I mean, but
I
it's
think
slowly going to flip on us. Don't you worry. It's starting. The drone technology is coming here. Don't worry. The ICE on the streets, the National Guards on the streets, it's slowly starting. Those were testing grounds. Don't you worry. It's just a matter of time before it comes to a theater near us.
Yeah, but I think we, you, me, Zad, the people on this call, I think we probably will always be sort of in a protected class just because of our, like we'll survive, right?
What our constitutional right that
No. Just because of
have?
like the status we have in society, our educational background. Like, let's say America goes to shit, we probably could go to another country and be fine, right? There's hierarchy of societal status, right, and class, and I think we're always going to be kind of in that privileged class. So yes, it's coming, but I'm not too worried about it. I'm more concerned about like what can we do, right? What can we do?
To save everybody else.
Yeah, to prepare or to
That's
raise.
not fair. Like we get to run away. We can always.
Yeah, exactly. Because we'll be fine, right? We will be fine. I mean,
Sure, but what about everybody else, right? What about like my cousins that won't be fine?
yeah.